Good morning, guys. Happy Wednesday. It has been a minute or two since I vlogged, and I didn't put up. Today is the day that weekly vlogs normally go up, and there's not one going up because I've been very chill, zen, kind of in my little introvert bubble for a minute here. Just kind of chilling out. So I didn't want to not have a vlog for next week. I haven't really been doing a lot. I'm really trying to just focus on the back end of the vlog stuff right now, and looking at content and looking at growing things and just the more businessy side of everything, and kind of where I want that to go and how I want to grow things. So I did want to touch base with you guys and kind of check in on a few things. So if I end up really rambly right here, then this will be the full extent of the vlog, but I think I am going out a little bit later, and if so, we will catch up then. But hold on, we have a dead. Okay, that's better. So I actually wanted to kind of talk through my makeup for today. I don't fully love it, and there are some spots that I really wish were more covered, but I am really just focusing in on what's going on with my hormonal acne and kind of trying to deal with that and looking at it. And when I got a facial last month, she kind of talked through some of the things that might be affecting that. So I'm planning on taking a hormone test soon. So I don't want to make any like drastic changes anywhere. I do want to kind of take that test and use that as like a clear guide to what I do next. But as far as stuff that I can do on my own and just in like a day-to-day basis, I've been really trying to be, I guess, at least starting to a little more conscious of my makeup. So a lot of days if I'm at home and I'm not filming anything, the only thing I'll put on my face is mascara and maybe a little bit of lip. And if I'm feeling super self-conscious about my skin, I'll pop on a little bit of concealer. But other than that, I won't wear anything. So today though, I do have enough in my collection for the most part to have almost a full face of like non-toxic, not hormone disrupting makeup. So I thought I would talk you through what I put on my face and how I feel about it, because some things I love, some things I feel like I'm gonna switch up. I'm actually gonna try to snag some stuff from Target and do a couple of different store hauls to show you what you can get at the different places that are non-toxic. I'm still using this primer. It's my Coola Dawn Patrol Classic Primer. I've been obsessed with this primer for months. I originally snagged this when I had like a Nordstrom reward money. So, but this is kind of this is my second bottle. This is my favorite primer right now. Although I might at some point look into getting one other primer that doesn't have SPF, that's non-toxic for days that I'm like shooting photos and stuff, because you get more flashback when you have the SPF in it. But again, this is my favorite, and I actually use it on my eyes as an eye primer. I don't really have an individual eye primer right now. For foundation, I did the Beauty Counter Tint Skin Hydrating Foundation. I still don't love this guy. I would say that it's very medium coverage. And I also realized that I've probably been wearing darker shades than this for a while now. So my skin is not the color that I would normally like it to be. This color is fine for my skin, but I actually prefer it to be a smidge warmer. But it's a very thin, medium coverage. It's not terrible. I didn't hate it as much as I normally do today, but it's just, it doesn't have that like bulkiness that I want. So I had a Sephora gift card and I placed an order last night for a few things, and one of those things is another foundation, and I'll let you guys know how that goes. I'm hoping that that'll be good. I like to have a little more coverage. Like I use the It Cosmetics quite frequently paired with my By Terry, and that just really, it thins it out, but it gives me the coverage and the dew that I really like. So I think I'm struggling a bit because it's not exactly what I want, but it's still kind of functional. And then for concealer, I use my RMS on Cover Up, which is in 00. I only have one of these, and normally I would probably use this in 2 shades. So I need to get another one of those, because for the NARS one, I have 2 shades, one for my under eye, one for my face, and this one I don't. And then for setting powder, and just to kind of give me a little more coverage in spots, I use my Lila B Original Flawless Finish Foundation. I have a couple of Lila B products. This is available at Sephora, and it's one of my faves. I use that pretty much constantly, so that's not a new one. Brow products, I don't have anything, I don't have any non-toxic brow products. That's on the list to kind of get next. So I am still in the process of using things up. When I did my makeup clear out video in May, I realized like what I kind of had hiding in the back of my drawer, and those were some of these brow products. So I've been honestly just trying to use them up since they're hanging out in my drawer, and I'm getting pretty low. I honestly, these are like the thicker ended ones, and this one, I don't know what it is about Anastasia, but these always break off. This I don't get the like brush strokes that I want from those, so I fill those down on the back end. I don't love this guy as much, but I use my Gimme Brow. I have a NYX pencil that's got the longer into it, but it's still, I get quite a bit of coverage from that one. And then for the front of my brows, I use my Anastasia one. Again, this guy still has a bit left in it, so I'm gonna keep using that for a while, but it's really like, these always break off. So I ended up buying this guy just because every time I buy one of the Anastasia ones, it breaks off. So for mascara, I went with my normal ones just because mascara is kind of a thing, and I don't have any non-toxic eyeshadow right now. So I did my normal Dior with the L'Oreal Lash Paradise, the waterproof one. I did have issues with the regular one. I don't seem to be having the same issues with the waterproof, which is great. And then I've also used a couple of different things. Actually, I have more stuff in this area that's non-toxic than anything else. For my contour, I used my Well People Bio Bronzer. Honestly, when I'm doing a fuller makeup day, which is kind of what I was going for in my head today, I prefer my Chanel one. So I feel like I don't have the stuff in my like arsenal to accomplish the look that I was going for today. So I definitely feel like a lot of things that I have are more towards a lighter makeup look if you're going for non-toxic beauty. But I still like my Well People one. I just don't feel like, maybe it kind of all stems from the foundation. I think that's where it is once everything's covered there, I feel a little bit better, and that's off, and that's throwing me off. So, but I've had the Well People one for months. I love this one. This is the one that I travel with because it's just so compact compared to my Chanel one, which is massive. But I love this guy. I've had it for quite a while, and I'm still working through it, and it's just my favorite. And then, of course, the bronzer that I have been loving and using for months is my Lila B bronzer. Bear is out and free, and oh my gosh, about to have a YouTube tragedy here. I'm dropping stuff, guys. I also use this as my eyeshadow for today, but this Lila B bronzer is my favorite. This thing is really, really heavy though, so if you're ever like traveling and you have makeup overweights, I suspect it was that. I also used a little bit of my RMS Living Luminizer for highlighter, and then my Kosas powder. This is in Papaya 1972. I've been using this guy for months. I do want to get a slightly, I guess, more fall-y tone for the fall coming up. Just to have something different. And sorry guys, this is barking and everything's really annoying, so hold on just a second. And we've welcomed a visitor. So last item that I used today, I've had for a little while. I don't wear this one as much. I don't have a liner for it, so I thought about using a different liner, but since I wanted to try to go as like non-toxic as possible, this is a Spella liquid lip. I love liquid lips mostly because I'm really lazy about reapplying lipstick throughout the day. So a liquid lip is good for me. It kind of holds well and I don't have to think too much about it. This one is in Tender. It is a matte liquid lipstick, but it's not super drying. It's not super crazy heavy. So, and it has a nice little doe foot applicator that's super precise at the top. So it's really easy to kind of get that like precision on your lips. So that is what I'm wearing on my face today. Stop. If you're in need of some new non-toxic makeup, these are my recommendations. So yeah, I'm going to get to do some work now. Hopefully I'm gonna put my soundproof headphones on, which he is part of the reason why I bought soundproof headphones, and knock out some work. I think we're gonna go out to Mama Mia later, so hopefully there will be some fun things to take you along with today, and I will show you the rest of my Wednesday. So happy Wednesday. Well, let's go. All right guys, so day 2 of the natural makeup game, and I thought I would kind of update you because that's just going to be this week's weekly vlog. So I wore this color yesterday, wearing it again today. It's the Spella color, or from Spella. It's called Tender. If you like liquid lips, like I've said, I'm all lazy. lipstick person, I just am not good at like reapplying it throughout the day, then this is one of my favorites. I've really enjoyed wearing it the last 2 days. I haven't worn it with a liner. I need to get a liner that kind of works with it, but the applicator on it does a really good job at kind of getting the outsides. I will say that it doesn't layer up well, so it does a pretty good job of giving you a good coat with the first like 2 layers of it, but after that it just kind of starts to look a little patchy and too thick. So I kind of reapplied it a bit this morning because I had to tweak it because I just kept getting it all over the place, and so I ended up kind of having to like blot it off, but it ended up looking fine. Oh, we're good. So, but I would recommend this guy. I think that they sell it at Free People. I got it from J. Crew online. I think it's on sale right now. I'll link it down below. But if you are looking for a liquid lip that is non-toxic, this is one of your go-tos. I have 2 different colors, but I'm still in like a brighter orangier phase right now. I do want to get like a pop pink color and maybe a good neutral. I'm just a lipstick addict, and as I'm exploring more non-toxic makeup, it's like a transitional thing for me. So I'm kind of trying to like bring things in and shift things out at the same time and really find the gaps and replacements, because that's what I've struggled with the last day or so, is doing my makeup in the exact same way that I would normally do it, but having the things to fill in that I feel like I haven't had. So my Sephora order came in today, and then I snagged some things from Target, so I thought I would show you those things because I wanted to do like a tester of things that natural beauty that you can get at Target. So Well People is one of the brands that is available at Target. I got the Narcissist Stick Foundation. This is one of their popular ones. I think this is kind of on par with like the NARS Stick Foundation. I got it in the color Fair Pink. I will say I swatched this on my hand earlier, and I don't know how well you guys can see that. It doesn't pop very well there, but it looks like it's not too terribly dark, which is nice. I think it'll probably do my skin pretty well if we can see it. I don't really know if you can tell from there, but I think I'm gonna try this guy out tomorrow. And then I also grabbed a concealer because I love my RMS on Cover Up, but it's really primarily best for under my eyes. It's too light for the rest of my face. So part of my struggle for the last 2 days, like my makeup stayed pretty well today. Everything is pretty solid, going strong. But I've had issues with, I guess, the shading of it. And normally I kind of make everything a little bit warmer with the By Terry tint. I think I need to pick up the Drunk Elephant. I think that's probably going to be like my non-toxic version of that, so I'm going to look into that. But having the right shade for my face has been bugging me a little bit, and like I'm pale right now, but if I fake tanned, which I keep meaning to do, this would all look a little bit off. So things are just slightly off from how I would normally like everything to look, and that's kind of throwing me off my game. So I did grab the concealer from Well People, the Bio Correct concealer, and these are both at my Target, and they're not necessarily the smallest of Targets, but the slightly bigger one. So the one in town didn't have it, but Pure Parks Target has this stuff, and it is definitely a darker concealer as far as they go. So I don't know how well that'll turn out for you guys, but it's like a shade darker than what is, I guess, my skin, the back of my hand. So it's definitely a little bit darker. It looks like it's sheared out and it fits really well there, but I think it'll be a good match for my face, and hopefully it'll go well with everything else that I got. I also grabbed one of the Honest Beauty hand sanitizers, or the Honest Company's hand sanitizer sprays, just to kind of have on hand. And then I've been looking at kind of, I want to do like a, I think I mentioned I want to do like a store by store, what you can get where as far as like natural beauty goes. So I snagged some stuff from Pixie, so I grabbed some of their highlighters, and these are super nice. They're very, very pretty. I have been kind of swatching my hand earlier, so let me see if I can find another place to kind of swatch these guys for you. So they definitely have some pigment to them, if you can see them. That's a really terrible place to kind of put that for you guys, sorry. So these are nice and sheer and shiny, and they look really pretty. So I'm excited to kind of play with those. I also grabbed the Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer, and this guy actually has like a full-on compact going on. So there's a mirror in here, this little applicator sponge which looks different, and then the butter bronzer on top. I've heard good things about the Physicians Formula Bronzer, so I really want to put together something that's along the lines of, you know, more of like affordable non-toxic makeup, because if you're struggling with hormonal issues and other things like that and you really would like to make the jump to non-toxic, I don't want it to be one of those things where you're like, oh crap, now I have to go spend $500 in makeup to get what I need. So I think this guy was less than 10 and this is like 15. Then I also grabbed another one of these guys. This is probably one of the only ones that I really like as far as the sprays go from Pixi. It's the Hydrating Milky Mist. I just love it. If it didn't spray when I wanted it to, but it's nice. I don't know if I would use this as a makeup setting mist. I don't super love their makeup setting mist. It's nice, but I just don't feel like it does the same job as my Urban Decay All Nighter, which I love, adore, and I don't know if I'll ever get past. And then I grabbed the brow palette from Pixi. I've never used a brow palette like this, so this is going to be a challenge for me. I was kind of playing with it on the back of my hand, but I think until I like really use it in my brows, I won't be able to tell. I actually made sure to kind of go online and check the reviews for everything before I purchased stuff, because I honestly just wanted to make sure that it was going to be worth anything. I would rather kind of narrow it down and not waste buku some money on products that bunches of people have already tried and are terrible. So those are the products that all have pretty decent reviews. And then I snagged another 2-pack of these. I always buy 2 packs of them, and it's the Real Technique sponges. They're my faves. I've heard really good reviews about the flower one, but I think flower is available at Walmart, and I was there the other day and I completely forgot to look at that. So I normally have 2 of these on the go, and one of mine just split in half, which meant it was time to kind of buy a new one. So I'll use the one that I have going on, and normally I'll keep an extra one around in case I need to do some cleanup, and I've got lipstick already on my sponge. So these are good, and I don't mind spending the money on them. I normally clean them with my Dr. Bronner soap, but I'm sure there are other ways to do it. I just find that it's a really easy way. And then my Sephora order came in, so I will go through the samples that I got. I got another thing of the Bum Bum Cream. I like this. I forget that it has shimmer to it, so I used it when we were in DC, and I looked down and I was like, why is my arm sparkly? Because I use that guy. And then the Tatcha water cream, it is refreshing and anti-aging pore perfecting Japanese wild rose, I guess it's a moisturizer. So sample of that to try. And then Givenchy has a couple of lips in here to try. These aren't like natural beauty, but this one is Pharmacy Green Screen Daily Environmental Protector. So I haven't really tried anything from Pharmacy yet. I wanted to try something. The 2 things I actually ordered from them was the Herbivore Phoenix facial oil. So I am at the very, very, very bottom of my Maybelline Strum Youth Dew, and I just can't stomach the price for another bottle. I love it and it's great, and I definitely think I'll put it on my like Christmas list maybe, but I just have too many trips. I have a wedding next month. I have at least 1 or 2 trips coming up, and I kind of wanted to cut back. Now granted, this guy was like 80 some odd dollars, and normally when I'm getting towards the end of a bottle of something, I'll start kind of researching other products, and I really like the Youth Dew and I love the way that it performs with my skin. So I kind of wanted to find something that was comparable in the skincare like ingredients, the things that I felt like I really loved about that. And so this is where I landed, and I just got my Ebates rewards back. So they'll let you like a week before, maybe they'll let you turn them into a gift card and get additional money on top of it. So that's what I did, and which it worked out perfect because I wanted some new stuff. So I got this guy. I'm excited to try it. I normally only really use this at night, so I have gone through 2 bottles of the Youth Dew, and this guy is, I think I want to say it's like 1.7 ounces. It's bigger. It's 1.7 ounces and Youth Dew is only 1. So this is twice the size. So hopefully we get along great. I'm excited to try that. I have tried a few Herbivore products so far, and I've liked everything that I've tried, other than I think I need to try the Moon Fruit again. That was a weird time for me. And then foundation wise, so this will be my second foundation. Third in the non-toxic category is I got the Ilia one. I actually went ahead and put some on the back of my hand and it looks like it's got pretty decent coverage. It's definitely a darker color, but it's something that I'm gonna be happier with. I just don't know what it is. I'm in a phase where I like to have a slightly warmer face. But I watched a review last night on somebody had used the Lawless foundation, and that was the other one I was considering buying, and I was humming and hawing about between the two of them, kind of reading the reviews of them, and it looked like there was just not a like happy consensus about the Lawless ones. It has like 4 stars maybe, but from the review that I watched last night on somebody's YouTube video, she was talking about how I read a lot of reviews were saying that it oxidized, and that just kind of initially turned me off, but that it just didn't wear well, that it wasn't long lasting, and that it really started to break up at about 6 to 7 hours in. And I live in the heat. I know I live in a hot climate, and I'm not about that life. Like, I can't afford to have that happen. It's just not something I want to deal with. So when I get a foundation, I will wait and listen to reviews and listen to people try it and test it before I kind of break down and buy it. And I've heard good things of the Ilia one, so I'm glad that I went with that one and not the Lawless one. That kind of like solidified the choice I had already made not to get it, because I was thinking, oh, well, maybe it's gonna get this great review and I'm gonna regret it. No. She pretty much said that she got the wrong color. She color shaded herself wrong and tried to use it as it was, and even then she just didn't like how it wore, didn't like the formula. I wasn't a big fan. It didn't work for her. So if you love it, I would love to know what you love about it. I just opted not to try it because there were enough things in there for me that were kind of turn-offs as far as that product went. So I'll give you a full review on all these guys, and I'm definitely going to try to break down the best non-toxic beauty picks at Target and Ulta. Sephora has a whole clean beauty section, and I definitely think it depends on what ingredients are like a priority for you as far as non-toxic beauty goes. But I know that I kind of want to create that like starter kit idea for people who are looking to heal their hormones, because that's definitely a journey I'm on. I will be taking a hormone test soon, and I will kind of walk you guys through all of that and how I kind of approach that. But yeah, that is all I have for this week's weekly vlog. So I know it's been really chill. I've been kind of working behind the scenes and kind of really just doing lots of back-end blog stuff right now, so it's a little bit of a change of pace. I haven't really been out and about as much. I go through the phases where I'm like traveling loads and I'm gone all the time and I'm with other people. Like, my extrovert is out there living her life, and then my introvert's like, yeah, no, we need to like not. Your bank account says no, your mind says no. As my best friend reminded me recently, I just need to chill the heck out. So that's what I've been doing. So I bought Girl Wash Your Face today, so I've been reading that. I know I didn't do book club for the month because I just was not in the headspace of doing things, so I'm kind of taking a month back to kind of rejig everything and get my mind in the right place. Working on some diet changes and just things in general that I want to talk about and kind of dive more into once I've kind of incorporated those more fully. But it's been a good couple of chill days of just kind of being. I think sometimes you just need to be and not like be on social media, like just be. So that is where I'm at with that. But yeah, I hope you guys are all having a good week wherever you are. I know this is going on a Wednesday. I went grocery shopping earlier today. I was going to take you guys along, but it was really boring. I just kind of wandered the store and have been really guiding more towards intuitive eating, so that made me more like an intuitive shopper. So my shopping and meal planning has changed, and I'll go into that in a later video. But yeah, it's been one of those days. I took a nap. It was fab. And now I'm going to go drink more of this. It's like another version of Zevia I found at Target. It's a really good root beer alternative though. So I'm gonna go read my book and do that and do some more work. But yeah, I love you guys. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. If you have any non-beauty or non-toxic beauty requests, let me know. If you have any recommendations, let me know that too. If you want to see anything specific, holler at your girl. I'm here to listen. I love you guys. I hope you have a wonderful week. Make sure you subscribe, hit that like button. It shows my channel lots of love and support. Follow me on Instagram and Twitter. Come hang out. Let's chat. Let's do this whole little journey of craziness in life together. I will see you guys all in next week's video, which will be on Sunday. And I think it's, actually, I don't remember what it is. We'll find out soon. Love you, bye!